What's going on, guys? Gabe here with Review Dork, and these are not my diamond encrusted nuts. I actually stole these from the dogs. But we are going to get into AMC. We're going to get into the video, and then you guys are going to understand why I have the prop here. So we go ahead and look at the data. Short volume, meaning the selling, the shorting, etc. 57%. Over the last 30 days, that average is 57.33%. What does that mean? That means when you buy and hold, you're an inanimate object, right? And you're sitting right there. This is what the hedgies are doing. Boom, pushing us back. It's really that simple. It's momentum. They have momentum. We need to change that momentum. And that's why I've always said all through 2021, you buy, you hold, and you buy some more. It's really that simple. But also, the market works in cycles. And we're going to get into that in a second. This will also explain why AMC dipped the way it dipped. And yes, I do believe AMC is a heavily manipulated stock, but guys, I want to change that narrative because we are apes, over 4 million strong. And you know what? If I showed you guys how to provide for your family, maybe quit your job and still have dry powder to buy more AMC to create that bullish pressure, would you like this video? Good. Good. Very good. Because that's what I'm going to show you guys today. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and look at the stocks here. Let's look at the chart. We're going to open this up. You guys see, you got the NASDAQ, NVIDIA, you got AMD, and you got AMC. Now, some a little more coarser, some a little more finer, but you can see that they all followed the same pattern, including these peaks. You see here, peaks, all peaks, right? And guys, this is what we talk about when we say a stock is following the market or outperforming the market or underperforming the market. And today was kind of funny because everyone thought there was a Fed meeting today. I was on StockTwits on Webull, and I'm like, there's no Fed meeting. It was the Fed meeting minutes. Guys, what we're looking at when we look at the market currently, we're looking at prices with the interest rates hikes already baked in, right? And so it's really nothing to fret about. This is something that just happens, right? The cyclical nature of the stock market. But for whatever reason, if you believe that there was a Fed meeting today, or if you believe that there was a rate hike today, then you probably overreacted, started selling, and the market's just a funny place where it gets really emotional and overreact. So let's get into AMC, and then after you see what I'm talking about, the lesson begins. Guys, you will make a lot of money. You just have to open your minds a little bit, but you will make a lot of money. I don't care if you're brand new to the game. The strategy that I'm going to teach you is the 1348 EMA crossover strategy, which is the most profitable crossover strategy known to man. Hands down, period. You can Google it. You don't have to take my word for it. Despite the fact that AMC was following the trend of the market, we have indication right here where the 13 EMA, which is in purple, and I'm not very fond of purple, but I use that color because for video purposes, it pops, right? Then we have green. This is the 48 EMA. Now, the rule is when the 13 EMA crosses below, this is when you short a stock or you enter in your put contracts. As you can see on the 5-minute chart, and I like to use the 5-minute chart for these type of plays, guys, because it's smoother. Let me put this out there because there are a lot of people who like to twist shit. And I dealt with that all through 2021. I'm not saying to short AMC. I'm not saying to enter into put contracts in AMC. What I'm showing you guys is how powerful this AMA crossover is and how it can prepare you for trend reversals, okay? So this is essentially what happened. You had to cross to the downside and then the price action followed. Pro traders are using this crossover strategy, and yeah, I bet your ass that so are the institutions. Now, how does this work? We get a better idea of how this works when we look at the SPY. So how do we play this, guys? Well, when the 13 crosses below the 48, you are in a downward trend. So you would open a put option, and you would open a put option at the money, which is 477 or 477 strike or below. You would open a contract at 476 or 475. Again, it's telling you to enter your position right there at that crossover. Now, you don't enter your entire position immediately at the crossover. You sort of kind of like spoon feed it. So let's say if you were working with $1,000, you would go ahead and put 200 here, 200 here. And then when you got full confirmation, you go all in, right? Just in case the market works against you, you did not put all your eggs in one basket. So when this purple line, the 13 EMA, crosses below the green line, the 48 EMA, that is time to short, where it's time to enter your put contracts. Very, very simple. I hope you're following along because the strategy works phenomenally on the 4-hour. Again, we're looking at the SPY. We have the 13 EMA in purple, and we have the green EMA, which is 48 here, right? So this is 48 in green, 13 in purple. When we get across to the upside, that is the time you start entering your call options. So here we get the crossover. We're entering the call option at or about 467 at the money, or you go ahead and buy a strike higher, 468, 469, etc. Now you go ahead and you buy those options and you ride it to the top where you print. Guys, this strategy is really, really simple. If you want to get more in depth, you go ahead and check out the last video that I did because this is helping people make ridiculous amounts of money. We got guys who are going ahead and performing on the SPY put. Remember, the SPY took a dip. That crossover helped this individual identify the trend and made 153%. I have guys sending me messages showing me 20% or more. Congratulations to you, Apes. The whole concept of 2022, if we're going to go ahead and maintain the narrative of the big bad hedgie, we need to become the big bad ape. And the thing is that they have a shitload of dry powder. So should you. Again, you don't have to have a humongous account, but if you started off with a small account and followed this crossover strategy, remain disciplined, remain patient, there's no reason why you cannot be making money, grow your portfolio, find yourself making big bucks, and then turning $1,000 into $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 in a day. This gives you the dry powder necessary to go ahead and create that bullish momentum for AMC. It goes ahead and helps you make that money so your significant others aren't looking at you like you're crazy because you're not bringing home money while you have all your faith in AMC going to the moon. But it also empowers you as an investor, and it tells those fucks over at Wall Street that we're not dumb money anymore. My God, I'm so damn excited. We could look at NVIDIA. Look at NVIDIA, you see, we go on a 4-hour here. We could see when NVIDIA was going to cross over, it moved to the upside. You opened contracts here. You opened up calls here. You made money, right? You go ahead and open up puts here. You made money, ridiculous amounts of money on a 4-hour. The same thing with the 5-minute. We go ahead and we see here, this happened again yesterday. Another put printed. You go ahead here and you see here a call, a move to the upside. This printed. This made ridiculous amounts of money. We go ahead and we zoom out. We can pretty much play anything. You guys want to play T? Let's play T. All right. Look what T did. We had a cross to the downside. You know what? You're making a put. You're opening up a put option. Boom. We had a cross to the upside. How much money was made in options on this play? This is filthy. This is ridiculous. If you're passing up the opportunity to provide for your family and make money and stick it to these fucking hedgies, then you know what? You don't belong in this play. I get a lot of shit from other people saying, well, Gabe, we don't play with the money that you play with. But you know what? There was a time where I had nothing and I had to listen. I had to pay attention. I had to learn. I couldn't be closed-minded, right? Yeah. Is AMC the only play? The only play for you? Sure. Tuck it away. Let it marinate in the fucking oven. You go ahead. Get some dry powder together and build a solid portfolio. You can play this on a 4-hour, guys. If you look for the right play and you find the right play that's crossing over on a 4-hour, you go ahead and you enter your play and you're locked and loaded for the next couple of days so you don't have to worry about day trading violations. However, this will also help you get to the $25,000 faster. And you know what happens when apes don't have day trading restrictions? The hedgies get scared. Because now, we're not talking about apes with 50 shares. We're talking about apes with thousands of shares. And we're coming after you, Kenny. I'm going to make sure in 2022 that every ape who's willing to listen will listen and make some fucking money. We're coming after you. Guys, if you got to rewatch this video time and time again, go ahead. Also, I'll include a link to the previous video I did, which was in more in-depth detail. It's going to help you make money. It's how I made money. Listen, not to toot my own horn, but I had a 200%er today. I mean, there are guys who were making 1,000% returns today. You imagine what $100,000 on an option would do today? That would turn into $1 million. The average American is making $50,000 a year. Think about that. 20 years in one day. That's the power of the market. We have to stop arguing amongst ourselves and stop complaining about how manipulated it is and start playing by these rules here, help you print. And you know what? You're going to be A-okay. 2022 is going to be hella different. This is Gabe with My View Dark. I'm pumped, man. Had too much fucking coffee today. Peace.